introduce you. Okay, here we go. Good day, everybody. Welcome to Docg Presents, a show that I do every now and then here on here. Today's guest is a mom and a great person to know. She made this great granola that we tried at a local farmer's market, and it's Living Smart granola. But I have the owner, creator, and the mom that created this, Rochelle. Rochelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's really nice to be here.
It's our pleasure. So before we even get started on this, you're a mom. Yeah. You have really no time. Take care of your kids. You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Why did you even think about doing this? I know the reason, but I want you to tell my listeners.
Well, it started. I went to nursing school and I learned all about nutrition and all of that. And I became pregnant during the pandemic, like 2016, got pregnant. And then I always just made really healthy food for my family. I was very big on that. And my husband was obsessed with granola. And I got so annoyed at what I found in grocery stores because it was just filled with seed oils and hidden sugars and all of that. And so I decided to make my own. And also we were on a very tight budget as well. So it's just, what I decided to do. And it tasted a lot better. It was a lot fresher. And honestly, people just started to like it and buy it. And I started to experiment with all these different healthy variations of it. And I just realized it just tasted so much better. And it was so much better for my family. So that's kind of how it started. And I got little jobs here and there in restaurants and started selling on the side. And I saw a demand for it. Yeah.
Really cool. Really cool. When I met your dad, he was also very, very nice. And he said, my daughter made this. So I just want people to see a little bit about your granola here as we scroll through. They can see that you have some different flavors, but also very, very, I would say it captures your taste buds.
I get asked, do I put crack in this? Because it is very addictive, and I do not. It just tastes really good, I promise. It's just a good balance of good spice, and it doesn't overload your taste buds with sugar. We just use really good ingredients and just baked very, very well. No seed oils. It's all vegan, gluten-free, free of all top 9 allergens, actually, so anyone can eat it. That was very important when my daughter was going to school, so she can take it to school as a snack. And also, I didn't see the need to put all that garbage in it because it already exists so much on the market. Even our Cocoa Crisp, I use raw unsweetened cacao. So it's packed with fiber and protein, and you get that rich chocolate taste, and it tastes just like a chocolate Teddy Graham, and it's my 7-year-old's absolute favorite. It's kind of annoying because she eats all of my samples, and then I have nothing for the market.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that is, like I said, my daughters grew up trying to eat as healthy as possible, but you can only eat as healthy as the food around them. We were just talking about that with school. And how do you try to combat that? It's very hard.
It's incredibly hard. When Mia was first born, my daughter, I was much more strict with her diet, and I realized that is not good to do at all, because then they go the other way. And I really wanted her to have an emotional, healthy relationship with food. So I wanted her to know what good food is, healthy food, and to not be labeling it good or bad, because that's really important as well. So basically, she's able to have her treats. She's able to go to school and have them. But when she comes home, she has a nutritious meal waiting for her. She starts, and her taste buds are getting, she has a very good palate. Like for a 7-year-old to eat kimchi right out of the jar, that means something. Like she eats all of this curries and all of it. And she doesn't like overly sweet things. She really doesn't. Like she'll have a bite of a birthday cake and be like, I'm okay. And then she'll gravitate to a lot more healthy foods, which I'm incredibly grateful for. And it's all about just having that around at home and to let her have the treats outside, because if you do say no, then they go the complete other way. And I want her to enjoy food. I really do. It's important.
Yeah, I think parents need to understand that. And as a parent
Yeah.
of two girls, they're both in their, one's 30 and the other one's 27. We tried. We really, really tried. You're very limited to what you buy.
Yes.
You're very limited to what's nutritious for them.
Yeah.
It's very hard to balance, as you say, at least with your snack, cereal, whatever you want to call it, granola. It's got the perfect balance in it for everybody. So talk about that.
Well, we try to cater so everyone has a flavor. First of all, I like to appease like all different types of taste buds. One thing that was very important is my nutrition background. I put that into the granola. So it started with my husband has very high blood pressure, for instance, and he would not eat his beets. And I wanted him to deal with this blood pressure issue holistically before going to meds because he was way too young. He was not even 40. So I snuck beets into the granola, and it turns out to be my best-selling flavor. Everyone thinks it's super weird, and it's his favorite. And kids think it's strawberry because it comes out this beautiful pink color. But so basically, every flavor has its own personality and has its own reason. I have a lemon zest with fresh ginger for inflammation and digestion. They're all made with seeds, no nuts, as I said, so no allergies. There's no soy as well, and no seed oils, because that's like the number one culprit for all granolas. They put canola and sunflower oil because it's so much cheaper, and I get that, but it's so bad for you because of all the inflammation. And I think that that's a big problem with our food too. The inflammation is just terrible. So I try to go by the anti-inflammatory diet as well. Not overly salted, no cane sugar because I hate it. We use coconut sugar. Everything is organic. Basically, it's wholesome. It's delicious. Everyone can find a flavor that they like. We make a cinnamon quinoa that has no maple syrup in it and just use a little bit of coconut sugar. So it's diabetic friendly ingredients, so they can eat it in moderation as well. Super high in protein because I bind it with flax and all of these yummy things. But basically, someone can find something, and it really is. People say the best granola they ever had, and I'm the maker, so it's weird for me to say it, but it really is that good. It really is.
Oh, I love it. When I tested it at
Yeah.
the farmer's market and my wife tested it, she says, "Oh my God, that is so good. We got to buy." So we're going to probably go back and buy a couple more bags. By the way, where can anybody get your granola? I know you have it locally and you have it online and you have a lot of places. So tell them.
Well, I have my stand little shop at Trenton from Friday to Sunday that we're there at the Trenton Farmers Market. I also sell at all the Kimberton Whole Food Markets, and that's throughout Pennsylvania. Organon, Soulberry, and New Hope in Spring Lake, New Jersey. A bunch of bakeries throughout Bucks County, and I'm at farmers markets every weekend. So basically, if you go to my website, I have a locations listing, and you can see we're in like over 20 spots right now. So we're getting the word spreading pretty well. So I'm proud to say, yeah, granola has been kind to me and my family.
Yeah, we were talking about that. So tell us a little bit about when you were growing up. What
Okay.
people can understand how you've changed from that and became a more
Mhm.
nutritious and healthy person.
So the thing is with food, it's tricky. I grew up in the 90s, and I'm sure anyone that knows the 90s, it was a huge diet era. My mom was on a diet my entire life. I just
I was
remember
on
low
Atkins diet,
calorie.
so yeah, I understand.
Exactly. It was all about restriction. And so my mom and dad always just had diet foods in the house, sugar-free, fat-free, low-cal, all of this. So I was raised to count calories, all of these really, really unhealthy practices, basically, especially for a girl, because you know, females have it pretty tough when it comes to that. I'm not going to lie. So I had a very unhealthy relationship with food, very unhealthy relationship with food. So when I had my daughter, that was a really big struggle for me to not carry that onto her. So my big belief with food is that you should enjoy it. It should be healthy, yes, but I don't believe in counting calories. I don't believe in any of that restriction. Like, it's just, it's the world that we live in, and it's so unfair that how unkind we can be to our bodies. We have to treat it kind from the inside out to feel good. And that all starts with the food that we eat. And unfortunately, when I was a child growing up, it wasn't like that. It was all about eat to be thin. That was basically it. And that is not how I want my daughter to be raised with food at all. I want her to feel good when she eats and have energy for the day and feel sharp and beautiful from the inside out, because it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside at all. If you eat like crap, you're going to feel like crap, and that radiates towards the world, and you're just going to have a bad day. If you start the day with good nutrition, at least you're giving your day a fighting chance.
Right.
And that's a big part of it, honestly. And diet soda, I can't say enough. It's the worst stuff in the world for you. And I was raised on that crap. It's so bad. I didn't have water in my house at all. It was all Diet Mountain Dew and Diet Snapple and all of this. And so in my house now, it's water, healthy fruits and vegetables. She can have her treats when she goes outside, but when she comes home, nutrition in a good way. And she has better taste buds for it. She really does.
What is your advice to some of the not only companies but the people out there that are watching you to try to figure out how to change their diet to start with granola?
Make one little swap at a time. One thing, don't, first of all, don't take all food groups out. I don't believe in that at all, because then your body will crave it. I really do believe just take it slow, one at a time. Even with exercise, just start walking before you run. But just switch out your cereal for a healthier cereal. Switch out, like when I was pregnant, especially when I was craving something really, really sweet, I would just grab fruit instead. And I know that sounds really lame and not fun, but your taste buds get used to it and your body thanks you for it. So I do believe in just simple swaps for one at a time. And then you won't even notice that you're doing it, and your body will start craving the healthy stuff.
I noticed
And
something. I noticed something too. Not to cut you off, but
oh,
there's
you're
a
fine.
difference between calories of nutritional calories and regular calories, because you can have garbage calories, but you can
Yes.
have nutritional calories that actually will help and enhance your body.
Yeah. A food should make you feel good and give you energy. That is all it should be doing. It should not make you want to take a nap. That's the thing, right?
That's right. I agree.
So yeah, food should just make you want to get up and go and start your day. It should not make you feel sluggish and terrible. And unfortunately, more than three-quarters of the food on the shelves, that's what it is. It's grown poorly. We're not taking care of ourselves with food. It's really a disservice to our bodies. And I'm so sorry to say that, but it is true. So that's why I started making this small little help. If I can help a few people eat a little bit healthier for breakfast and feel good. I get emails all the time with kids with allergies. They can't have nuts, they can't have this, gluten, soy, all of it. And their parents thank me because they actually like the taste of it. And when you get normal health food, it tastes terrible. And I don't understand why or healthy food has to taste bad.
Right.
And that is a big mission with our company, is to make healthy food taste good, to make kids want to eat it. And my daughter is the number one taste tester, and she loves it. So I got to say,
What's your biggest selling? And I think I know which one it is, but I want everybody
yeah.
else to know.
Beet and pumpkin seed actually is my number one seller. It is crazy addictive. The texture is amazing. The clumps come out like this so you can snack on. It's a great car snack. Cocoa Crisp for kids tastes just like a chocolate Teddy Graham. I'm not lying. And then maple, if you love maple. And then the lemon zest goes amazing with yogurt because it has that ginger kick. So it's some fresh berries. And then the cinnamon quinoa, and we're all very low in sugar. It's 4 grams for half a cup. So it's very
Wow.
low, especially for granola.
Wow.
But our diabetic friendly option is under 3 grams. So it's all good. And they all taste really, really good. It just all depends on your preference.
Have you thought about making candy? My
What
wife,
kind
my
of
wife,
candy?
my wife says like this stuff is almost like candy. Why don't you just make like a candy bar that's like made with real good chocolate,
Oh,
real
I do
good
that.
cinnamon sugar? Yeah, I'm sure you do, but you don't do it for us.
Oh, I do. It's on the website. I make granola bark. We make our own vegan dark chocolate in house
Oh,
and
there you go. Okay.
incorporate my granola. It's like a really. Do you remember chunky bars?
Yes, I used to eat
So
them all the time.
it's like that, but better.
Oh wow, I
It's
love that.
it's like yeah. So next time you can order it online as well. My whole menu's online, but you can get it at any of the farmers markets as well. But it's really good. Fresh coconut in there. It's delicious.
So you already do what I asked you to do.
Basically, yes, I'm ahead of you in the best way possible.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we peruse through here, we have granola bark, as you just mentioned. There's granola maple with 4 seed,
Mhm.
and the cinnamon quinoa. So take me through the process of when you want to, whatever one you want to pick. Just take me through the process of you making the granola, getting it in the oven until it comes out, and cutting it up.
Okay. So my morning starts at about 3:30 in the morning.
God, oh
Yeah,
God,
it's fun. I have 5 ovens
it's
downstairs, so
fun.
it's no, it honestly,
And you're a
I
full time
do love
mom.
it.
People, she's a full time mom. She's doing this plus her being a mom. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I have a good she's awesome and she helps. But yes, it is hard sometimes to find the time, but that's why I do it at 3:30 so I have the quiet. Once everyone's up, I'm screwed. I can't do it. So 3:30, it's dark out. Put on my little hairnet, my Pokemon Crocs and my apron. Turn on 5 ovens, and then I put my dry ingredients together the night before, so I don't have to measure. Because measuring at 3:30 in the morning, you make mistakes. So don't do that. So I get all the pans ready and I just start mixing. And honestly, it's kind of meditative at that point of day. It's before I have a cup of coffee or anything like that. And I really hear the crickets and the dark, and it's nice. And I'm able to take my time. And I pat out 10 sheet pans. And then what's really funny is after they're all in the oven, 4 of my ovens make the loudest sound in the world. And they're all set at different times because every oven has its own personality. So you'll see me like sliding and running to before the buzzer goes off so it doesn't wake up my entire freaking family at
Oh,
4 a.m. So that happens every day, and that's exciting. And then if I'm a little late, like if I'm running outside to get something or whatever, I just hear, Mom, the ovens woke me up. And I feel terrible and all of that. I have to put her back to bed, come back down. And then after they come out of the oven and the house smells like maple or whatever flavor I'm making, Mia or my husband comes down. He's like, "Oh, it's cinnamon this morning." And then they come downstairs and they see me bagging. And then I make breakfast and I take me to school. And that's our morning every day. And
is
it's
it
pretty awesome.
is every day a different flavor, or do you do
Yes,
like? Okay, cool.
every day. Today is Cocoa Crisp, which I have the bag right here.
Yeah, let's see the bag. Show the people the bag. This is
There
what
it
it
is.
looks like, guys. See?
That little heart is Bucks County, Pennsylvania, where it's baked. And it
Okay.
has our story on the back. And there you go. All the information, nutrition, all the ingredients.
I love that you put that back there because that gives people an idea if they never saw you or heard you, at least have an idea who you are and what you made.
Yeah, it's important. It's people get really like disconnected with who makes their food as well. I do these demos and people are surprised that I'm the owner and baker. They think I just like hire someone to do it. And I wouldn't yeah, there's something about people seeing where it comes from and hearing the story and the background and everything. And that's so from Monday to Friday, I bake. And then from Friday to Sunday, I market and I sell. And what's beautiful about that is the balance of the week. So nothing gets too monotonous. So I'm able to actually see the people and like then tell me how much they like it and all of that. And that's so important because anything else gets mundane, even like baking all the time without having that response.
Mm-hmm.
So I need that, even though like it'd be easier just to ship it out to stores. I love the farmers markets because I love the interaction. I really do. And I love giving the samples out and seeing people what they like. And it really, and the best part of all of this, and I should have led with this, is I started this when my daughter was not even 4. So we were really struggling financially, like really, really struggling.
Mm-hmm.
It was really hard time for us. So my daughter saw me start this literally on the hustle, selling bags on the side while working at other restaurants, scrubbing other people's dishes, and like trying to sell my granola on the side. And now she's seeing people take orders, and now we're able to support ourselves through granola. And she's able to see a business start from the ground up, which is just like the biggest dream in the world. Not that I never thought it would happen, but I guess I never really did. I just never thought about it getting as it's bigger than I ever thought it would be. And I mean that in the best possible way. And I
Mm-hmm.
hope for continual growth because I love it. And take so much pride in this because it really came from nothing. And it really is a family company. It's a love letter to my daughter, Mia. Like without her, she's on the logo. That's me and her on there. It was taken from a real photograph during the pandemic. Me and her were walking and she was showing me her muscles. So we were both going like that. And it's a silhouette of that photo. Me and my husband both have, hold on 1 second, a tattoo of it on our arms. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah,
It's,
yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
yeah, he has the same one. But it really started with her. Without her, it wouldn't be a thing. And without my husband, he's baking right now. I did teach him the recipes because um, I got injured really bad last year from doing all the baking myself and everything before he got laid off. So I was doing
Yeah.
everything. So for 5 months I couldn't bake. So he was like my little ghost secret baker while I
Oh,
was like marketing. And now he loves it. He has a beard net. It's all family through and through.
and I love that. I think I love that more about your product because not
Yeah.
that I know you now, but I met your dad. But to actually see where something comes from and how it's baked and how it's brought from the heart and created, to me, is much better than a company that has no face or name. Um, I mean that from all great, the bottom of my heart, because I don't know what they do in the factories. I don't know how they make the certain things that they say they make, and I don't believe them. I really don't believe them anymore because of all the natural flavors and different things. How do you deal with that when people say yours doesn't have any natural flavor in it?
Yeah. Well, honestly, people don't, once they meet me, they don't question me because they
No, but there are
see.
people out there that say that,
Mhm.
and they're like, "How can you do it while everybody else has to do it?"
I
And
really don't
I
get
know
that.
the answer.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, the real answer is I really just use the best ingredients. I do. Even our cinnamon, for instance, when you see cinnamon on the back of any other granola, they use a cassia cinnamon. And that's the tasteless stuff where it just says ground cinnamon in the store. We use Saigon or Ceylon cinnamon, which is not only incredibly flavorful and how cinnamon should taste,
Mm-hmm.
it's incredibly good for you. It actually has anti inflammatory benefits, where the other one is incredibly inflammatory. But it really is all about the balance of spices. And one thing that sets my granola apart from that, aside from the spices and the taste, is the texture. Um, I Our secret is how we get the texture, and I can't disclose how I do it, but that is the best part of our granola. It has this addictive quality based on that. It's not that hard, chewy granola that tastes almost stale, that gets stuck in your teeth. It's light and crispy, and it tastes like it was baked fresh just for you because it has. It literally goes fresh to bag and then it's sold. As fast as I can bake it, it is sold. Whereas the other stuff sits on the shelf for forever.
And
So yeah.
that's the truth. That is the truth. and
Yeah.
it loses its freshness, it loses its flavor, and I think that's why they have to add a lot of extra stuff in there because it
Absolutely.
wouldn't taste half as good if it sat on the shelf for 3 months, 6 months, a year, or whatever. And
Yeah.
that's why it has a lot of sugar and stuff in it. That's
Mm.
my thoughts anyway. But tell everybody, number one,
Yeah.
again, where they can get this stuff, and
Okay.
also maybe one little thing that you can tell them about your granola that's different than everybody else's.
Okay. Well, first you can get our stuff if you go to our website, livingsmartgirl.com, livingsmartgranola.com. I'm sorry. You will see all the locations that we're located in, but our main spot is Trenton Farmers Market, and then all the Kimberton Whole Foods in Pennsylvania, Weaver's Way in Ambler, Organon, Soulberry, as well as a variety of other places, and it will be listed. Um, what makes our granola different really is the attention to detail. We're free of all allergens, so anyone can eat it. It's incredibly delicious. And really, there's a flavor for everyone, and the nutritional value in it is tremendous. We're low in sugar, no seed oils. You can feel good after you eat it. And basically, it makes a great gift for anyone that you know that is gluten free, vegan. It can feed anyone in your house. And that also is a huge thing that sets us apart. Usually, any other granola company, there's one gluten free option, maybe one vegan option. Our entire menu caters to anyone with vegan who's vegan, gluten free, soy free, anything. So anyone can eat it from our entire line. You don't have to pick and choose flavors. You're free to just eat it all, and
And
it's all
that's another
delicious.
thing. Yeah, that's another thing I like about your stuff too. You don't have the guilt. You don't have
Yeah.
no guilt because it's just like when I eat the pumpkin and the beet, I love it.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
my favorite one, by the way.
that's why I gotta get another bag. I mean, we just that bag is gone already.
Yeah.
But I could see us probably once a month or every couple of weeks buying that bag of pumpkin and beet. It's really good.
We talked about like just changing one habit or one thing. One thing about the pumpkin and beet, or beet and pumpkin, or the cocoa, if you're craving a cookie or something like that, you can just eat that instead. And that's a great replacement for, I don't want to say an unhealthy habit, but a habit you want to tweak a little bit at nighttime. If you're craving chocolate, eat that Cocoa Crisp. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And I've had many people say that they've done that. I had one guy that came in. He actually drives 45 minutes on his motorcycle to the farmer's market. And he said he lost 45 pounds just doing that swap. And I was stunned. And he looked amazing and all of that. But like, that's awesome. Just that one little swap. And he loves it and he's enjoying it. And he doesn't feel deprived at all. That's the thing. You shouldn't feel deprivation while you eat either. You don't want to be craving something while you're eating something else. Because what fun is that? That sucks.
Yeah,
So,
you're right. You're right. And again, if you're eating the calories that are really laden with garbage,
yeah.
it's not. This is so much better. This
It
so
is.
I recommend this to all my friends that are watching me today. That this is probably one of the best things that I found this year, which is this Living Smart granola, and I recommend it not only for me, but for my wife and my family. Um, we absolutely. I can't wait to try the candy next. And what are you coming out with after that? Anything else, or just that's it? It's two
I
products.
do specials actually, like every couple of weeks. I do a Mexican hot chocolate. I like to work with a lot of local vendors and local farms and stuff like that, and I get inspired by the season. So I did a mocha chip not too long ago with a local coffee shop that went gangbusters. Mexican hot chocolate's my number one. I would say limited edition one. It's delicious if you like a little bit of kick to your chocolate. I do an ube, which is a purple sweet potato, which is really yummy. But I do a maca one as well, pumpkin spice. So basically, if you go to my Instagram at Living Smart Granola, it will show. I do specials all the time, and people really love them. So
All
yeah,
right, I'll have to friend you on Instagram too.
please.
All right, well, this has been a great interview. If you have anything else you'd like to say as we end it, um, please let me know.
Okay.
And of course, I'll let you. You can say whatever you want.
Basically, just try our stuff. I know you'll like it if you give it a shot. Order anything online at livingsmartgranola.com or visit me at one of our markets and you can see where we're going to be on our website. But yeah, try it. I'm sure you'll love it. And it was just really nice being able to discuss my story and my journey with my company, my family's company, with you guys. And it really it means a lot. So just thank you for listening.
Yeah, we really appreciate your time, everybody out there. We know it's during the day, but this is something you can watch anytime. Please share with other people. Remember, this is me, Doc G, radio.net, of course, in New Jersey. And as I do businesses like this all the time, I would love to do any other businesses that want to come on here, and especially with products like Rochelle and things that people can even buy that are good for you. It's so hard to buy good for you products anymore because, again, we don't know what they're made of. Rochelle's, I recommend highly, is very, very tasty, very, very good, and healthy for you at the same time. So that's why we're trying to promote and push this product, because not to give her extra work, but to get people healthy and make other people happy and enjoy, like you said, enjoy food again, because that's what we're supposed to do. All right? All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Hang on, Rochelle.